All right, friends, we are here together. It's going to be a great day. And I've got my good friend and the amazing artist, Ryan Jensen, with me. How are you today, Ryan?
Great, Chad. Thanks to be here, man. I'm so happy.
It's going to be fun, man. I always enjoy hanging out with you and having conversations. You are a fascinatingly, mix of strength and courage and also like that finely tuned artistic mind. And I just love the way that you think, man.
Well, I appreciate that. What are we going to get into today?
Well, we're going to talk about art and courage and bravery. And so I'm going to just show some people some slides real quick and show them a few paintings of yours, because I know I'll probably show it at the beginning. I might come back to it at the end because I know that people will come in later and they'll probably want to see some more at the end. So I'll probably just come back. But I'll do that right now. And
gosh, bravery as an artist, that's some stuff's going to come up, huh?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so here we go. So we're having this conversation with the Mr. Ryan Jensen, and I want to give you guys this right off the bat. If you want to see more of his work at any point, just remember at Ryan Jensen Art. You can catch him on Instagram or on YouTube with that. And then, of course, his ryanjensenartwork.com for his website. And, dude, Ryan, he paints big. I've seen him paint some massive paintings outside, and just love the light and the vibrancy of these paintings here. These are just some that I pulled up really quickly. Ryan, this is a scene from, don't you live kind of close to this?
Yeah, that's right up the road, about 15 miles north on Luffenholtz Beach, right here in Trinidad. Yeah, it's a painter's playground out there. It's some gorgeous light that happens, and that painting right there is a rather clear day with not a lot of atmosphere in the air. But sometimes, I mean, at late evening, that place just glows. It turns into an absolute atmospheric bowl in there, and those rocks in the distance and the background back there. So it's just, you never know what you're going to get out there on the coast. But
that's beautiful.
Back out there.
Tell me about this. Tell me where this was.
That was a restaurant right down the street from my house, and I was meeting my family there, and they were in there, and I just saw that scene, and I was supposed to go in there and start like mingling and having dinner, but I had my painting stuff in my truck, and I actually just didn't hesitate, and I just started painting that scene because that light was setting up, so it would be soon right behind that tree, and I would so I tried to catch that moment right where that light was just above out of that painting, and
I love it.
Just, yeah, one of those crazy situations. It was just one sitting, and
oh really?
I had to leave it. Yeah.
Yeah, makes me think of a quick draw painting that I did once in a setting where you're like, man, you got to do it. Oh, look at this. I just noticed this, dude. That's so cool. I just noticed your shadow on that boat.
Yeah. Yeah. That light was right behind me, and my shadow started creeping up, and that's really cool that you zeroed in on that painting. That was a long time ago. That was just another one that just worked.
Yeah.
And yeah.
That's super cool. That's no, I don't think I noticed it at first. And then I was just looking at that, and okay, and this is one of my favorites, guys. Brian, this is maybe the first painting that I saw of yours, honestly. For sure it was the first one I saw in real life, because you had it hanging at the Laguna Beach plein air competition. And I just remember just going like, that is such a crazy, cool painting, man.
Thanks.
Tell me about it.
Great eye on that one. That one's of my daughter, Avery. We went fishing one day, and she brought that big rod. That's my big surf rod, and it was just so funny watching her hold it. She looks so cute, and yeah, I'll tell you what about that painting. Logistically, it just wasn't working. I was struggling with it, and then all of a sudden, something else took form. I remember like I had to take some risks. Like you don't get chunky paint like that, and that happens to fall in the right place without a little bit of risk. So, what a great painting to show when the topic of today is bravery, because
I love it.
Like I remember, and then I had to go pick up my kids or something like that day. That was a studio painting, and I had to just be done. And this was right after I just did that daring stroke up in the hat. Can you zero in on that stroke on the hat?
Let me see. I don't know. Let me see. Maybe is that.
You can.
Is that doing it?
So you see that main big one that's just
this one right there.
So part of the, I think, illusions of painting is like it's exciting because it's somewhat accurate. And when you stand back on a stroke like that, I remember that was my last stroke on that painting, and it was just I don't want to take that for granted, because I thought this thing was toast. And I walked away, and it's now in my daughter's room.
I love it. I know, man. Do you remember that I tried buying that from you at one point? I was asking you about it. I was like, bro, I don't know if you want to sell this or not. You're like, no, actually, that one's too close to home. I love that one.
You're just pulling up these meaningful works for me. I haven't seen these in a while.
Well, okay, so I'm going to keep going with some different slides here, guys, and I'm going to walk through real quick just a little bit more. Again, RyanJensenArtwork.com, at Ryan Jensen Art on YouTube and on Instagram, and you guys got to go check out his last YouTube video. It is so good, dude. I mean, in every way, I thought it was like such a good video. This is the reference for today, guys. So if you are going to want to try to paint along or anything like that, I am going to be painting as we're having this conversation. This is your reference photo. This is where you can go to for that. Text me the word live if you're coming into this and you want to make sure that you don't miss one of these live sessions. Make sure you text me the word live at 425-400-2094. And anyways, that's what I want to end with right there, so that we can start having this conversation, because I'm excited to talk about courage, and I have a couple questions for you, Ryan. Like the first question is just a big, broad question. And it's this: does art matter? Give me your thoughts.
I like the question. I like that question a lot, because it makes you think. And right away, my brain went to like, well, what's the circumstance? Like, what's happening currently, right? I mean, if there's an earthquake and you're at the top of a 100-story building, that's, like, and there's a Monet on the wall, and that thing's starting to teeter. How much is? I mean, it is your favorite painting too. It's one that was passed down to the family. It's worth a couple mil, and I mean, this artwork matters to you, right? This is just artwork. How much does art matter? I'd say, let's say. Yeah, are you going to take the painting with you? I think I'd take that painting with me for sure. So if you can make your painting matter, you hit it. Like if you can make, and that's what I want for my work. I don't want it to end up at Goodwill. So, and that's, I think that would be obsession. So if I'm obsessed, it really matters to me. I'm really, 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 I care deeply. I would do anything to stand by my work, and sometimes you gotta Well, with a bad painting, you got to fake that a little bit, I suppose, and just not talk about how the defects that you see in the painting, right?
Yeah. Do you think that, like, if you're thinking about other people, what makes other people or yourself, like, what makes us drawn to create? Like, why does art matter on an individual level to people, and why is there, what is your thought on where that comes from?
I play with that idea a lot. I've been doing this for, I think it's 9 years full time.
Wow.
And what art means to me is so when it really matters, when it's hard, it's easy to get lost, I'd say, like but there's this ember inside us, this burning to go create, whether that be a painting, a sculpture, video, whatever, cooking even. I find this art, and this is just recently with me starting to learn how to create videos for a YouTube channel. It was always, that excited me, but I was scared. I was scared to learn a new skill, which is editing videos. And what I found is that this my art, it doesn't just stop at the easel now. I'm like really excited about it. It's those same principles in the painting, even like logistically, about like edges, values, contrast, all these things go right into film making. I call it a film. It's a YouTube video, right? It's made in iMovie. It's very thing, but like, I'm just going to kind of go off here, Jed. Okay.
Go for it. Go for it.
Because these things are coming to me. You're asking great questions. So like these edges in like film really excite me, because there's lost edges in the way like we slide, and like just to create a dreamlike experience for when they click on a video, they watch this thing. And I found such great enjoyment and fulfillment seeing if I can master the art of like figuring out the parts of this story that are like compelling, and like, and sometimes that takes courage from me to be like, I have to be a little vulnerable and tell you how much like I need to do good in this contest, and like I'm not, because the idea is, I suppose, to look like I'm doing really well, and my work is like I'm succeeding as an artist, but honestly, like I have to get paid, so I have to like show that in the video, and that's a vulnerability. And that's a vulnerability, just like that stroke I was talking about on that hat earlier. Okay? Like, and that's a place where you're in complete flow. You're just with truth. And ultimately, like it's a spiritual experience to be in complete flow state with what I'm meant to do here on earth. And that's create and appreciate the world that I'm looking at in front of me. I'm going to best do that from looking at from not looking at it from in a photograph. The only way to truly experience it is go just become part of that light and shadow you're looking at it from real life as that light moves and that earth turns. And whenever I start to get confused or a little lost in my work, I start to just remember, okay, like I got to get outside.
Yeah.
And just like, just be a part of what's happening in front of me. And then like, there's something there. And I get this feeling of bliss when one of those, this random moment where I walked up, set up my easel, just like one of those people, but even more intimate environments where it's just me and nature. There's this part of myself that questions, what am I doing here? Like, this is just, but I let go of all that because I'm like not really sure on the work, and I just zone out on the light and what the light is doing. There's a lot of questions about how to be a better artist and stuff. And a lot of lot of different brands of oil paints and types of different brushes. But I'd say if there's anyone in here who is gets lost like me sometimes in my art, because sometimes it's like you can't see how good you're doing or how bad you're doing, or you can only see how bad you're doing. And sometimes you need a little encouragement, and that's just go paint from life for me. And because I'm in the studio when it's wintertime, so I don't want to paint from photographs. I'll show you my studio here. It's
here, let me go like this.
And the studio is great, but on the topic of the light, like I have a nice skylight coming through, and I have this northeast or northwest facing window, but that's not the right light. And if I go to paint still lifes in here, I want the light to do what it's doing at my house, which is coming in directly from this west light that's happening in winter time, so that light's low. And right now I am working on the most exciting still life, and I can only hit it when the light is out, and it's one of those beautiful sunset like nights, you know. And and I'm just being patient with it, and that's looking really cool. That's looking really cool, what you're working on.
Oh, thanks, man. So what's the still life of?
That's classified, Jed.
Classified. I can't see. I can't tell you. All right.
No,
Okay.
no,
cool.
it isn't. It isn't. I'm going to drop this awesome still life. I'm going to show it on Black Friday because
oh, nice.
Maybe the day before, with a link to anyone who loves a floral still life with this beautiful light coming in. At least that's my plan. Like,
I love it.
Yeah, I wanted to go live in someone's home.
That's cool.
But it's a beautiful still life, and I'm struggling with it currently. Like, it's like sometimes I'll just jump into a still life, but I can rearrange a still life as I go, so a still life can kind of become like a big adventure. Once your still life you're working on really becomes this landscape, and that's why I like to work on a still life that's like really big. Like, this is a big one. It's like this big. It's like, and I'm sitting there, and like my kids are walking by me in the living room and stuff, but that light is open, and I have warm evening light coming through this one window on this vase, and it's just got this feel to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
then there's another window that's casting cool light in on this vase, and right there, it's like you think a still life. What's it about? I'm gonna test you, Jed. What's this still life about?
The light, bro.
The light.
I don't know.
And so
I just said it
the
because
light, right? someone's paying attention. So like, and I get confused because in this studio, if I go to paint flowers, right, or a still life of a skull or something, this studio, I don't like it. I'll have to admit, I don't like the light in here. And so I have to play light games. I have to put this thing right next to the window. I like natural light. I don't like electric light on my stuff. I do it, but as that painting goes on in time, it's done now. I painted it under electric light, one of these plug-in lamps here. And then as that painting goes on in time, though, it doesn't seem to resonate the same way as the paintings that I did under sunlight do. Like, those paintings are just more unlikely to go to Goodwill.
Yeah. I got you. That's good. So tell us a little bit about your art journey, and when did you first know that art was a part of who you are? I know a little bit about your story, but tell it to everybody else here.
Right on. I will, but I'm gonna do an ask the audience. I want want to see where everyone's from. So like everyone, feel free to jump in this conversation with us. Start dropping comments. I'm interested in meeting all of you. Where are you from? I'll start with that because I want to test out this chat button in our thing and see if I can write back and reply to you guys when
you can just answer straight up too. You can answer with your words, you know, but for
Perfect.
sure, people just feel free to at any point ask Ryan a question. He's going to be able to see him, but I won't. So direct them towards him.
This is so cool. Like I watching you paint this thing and like just having a conversation about art. Like this is like my jam, dude. Good. I love this.
Good. Me too.
Where did art start for me? It started actually in class when I was compulsively just drawing, right, doodling. And this pencil was like, I always feel a little comfortable with a pencil in my hand. I'm always gonna just, and then I'm gonna draw shapes, squares, dinosaurs eating people, right? A lot of like military like explosions and all kinds of crazy adventure stuff like karate kicks. Yeah, that's where it started. And then eventually, like, we'll fast forward to high school. I was recommended that I go to a life drawing circle over the summer in San Francisco, where they studied the human figure, and I went and did that all summer, once a week, and that's when I.
You said high school?
Yeah, it was my freshman summer.
Okay.
And going and learning how to draw figures and like charcoal. That led to a quicker growth, and then into my drawing the human figure, which was a very long time. So ever since then, it was just a lot of drawing of the human figure, never painting. Didn't want to solve the color problem or work with a little bit. The one thing I did have with color and that I understood once I started, I started painting a little bit once I hit the Marine Corps. In between deployments, I was down in Pendleton, I was in San Clemente. There was this art association, and I learned about like plein air painting. People will go out. I tried it a little bit. I struggle with color, Jed. My paintings were gross compared to these people's work. And this is for anyone who's struggling with color also. Okay, so you can save yourself a lot of time by maybe just try this, everyone, but like let go of the idea of color and just think of warm and cool, like just temperatures. And naturally your mind may go into like, just, I got to warm this up like a temperature. Okay, that's going to be it's going to go yellow, orange, and red. Right. And then as things get so hot, perhaps they get blue, or, like the sun is just, sometimes the sun is blue, it goes anyway. But if it's cool, well, what is it? It's in the shadows. It's cool. And so just bounce warm areas and like look for areas of warmth and areas of cool and exaggerate those. Don't worry about green grass. Just worry about like blue sky. Like, don't worry about that. And,
so just think in terms of temperature.
Just think in terms of temperature, and then and that'll harmonize things to create the effect you're looking for. And then the mind will slip into, it's the light is done so well where it's just a filter, and the colors don't matter. It's just the warm and cool relationships and that harmony showed up. You see how you have that cool part on that house there?
Yeah.
Can you point to the cool place?
You're talking about this?
Yeah.
You're talking about this.
Yeah, that cool part.
Okay.
That's a cool area that's cooling down that any areas of warmth. So that's a harmony that's starting. And we can all look at that and start to feel that. Like the complementary color scheme that's starting to happen there. And right away, I'm going to ask that everyone look at that and you feel that. So blur your eyes and just feel why it feels good for that warmth and that oranges and those greens, to then go and jump all the way across to violet down there. And that's just that. And if you blur your eyes and look at that, that's a complementary color scheme. That's looking really nice.
So that was something that you found kind of like it was hard. Color was hard. And then you're saying basically you discovered that you could simplify it by just thinking about the warmth and the cool, aspect of a scene. Did that happen? How did that discovery happen for you?
All right. Yeah. So let's, through hard work. And actually, here's the tip. So sometimes it's hard to think my way to this thing, right? I want to get better. I'm thinking, and I'm relying on the habits that I've already and I got to stop doing that, okay? Because it's not working for me. And then do this instead. So take, let's say, yellow, and then over here you got blue. Okay, you got two colors now, and in front of you, you got a bunch of colors that you're looking through in the scene, but you gotta decide which ones out there are the warm ones and which ones are the cool ones, and then just make a painting using yellow and blue. And now you got a warm, cool, better yet, blue, and maybe like leaning towards that orange color. Okay, so now you're gonna have two nice complements that are gonna explain the relationships of warm and cool that are happening out there. Any painting that you want to be better, have there be a nice presence of warm and cool, and a lot of I really want to give value on this. I want to, because like you spark some things in me that I'm thinking about right now. And
that's good. That's super good.
Because more important than color, because people are like, color, what color? Color's not, is contrast. And so contrast, I want my subject to stand out from way over there across that room. I want it to just really like, and not always, not always, but for the most part, if it's worth anything, it's gonna have some serious word that when I'm looking at it, I don't gotta struggle too hard to figure out. I don't have to spend much mental energy looking at that design that you created for me, because it's just okay. I'm looking at that, because the contrast draws me in. It's a statement in one of the principles of art. It has contrast. I'll be vulnerable with you guys, so I'll show you an area where I messed up on contrast. Okay.
Isn't this great, guys? I love it. It's one of the reasons I value Ryan so much, is because he is a vulnerable guy and he just goes from his heart. Okay.
So this is a nice painting, but like when I'm really looking at this, the vase, that thing that the flowers are in, all right, that contrast between the shadow area and the wall behind it, like that can be darker. Just little things, because when you step way back from this, right? I got concerned with color, right? But so that's a little nugget for you.
Thank you, dude. So, hey, I want to carry on with your story, because you were saying, okay, you did a lot of drawing, and then color was an issue, and then some hard work on color kind of helped you, maybe have some breakthroughs. But carry on with your story of when art, you realize like, okay, art or painting specifically was something that you were drawn to? It was inside of you.
After the Marines now, okay, I've done a little painting, realized, okay, like oh, that's a commitment if I really want to get good. I had 2 kiddos. Okay, now couple babies, and I'm thinking, do I want to these little creatures, these kids are going to grow and they're going to get bigger. They're going to look at dad and like, I was like, I want to be the boss of my own life now. I don't want people telling me what to do. And like, I need to be brave and like go tackle what I want to do with my life. So it was a mental decision. Like art has always excited me. But to make the thought of like, could I do this full time? And like, so right away I had to, that was my why to do it. And I went for it. Like I remember because I was at school using the job bill to go back to college, and I was studying some things. They put me in a painting class, and then I started painting again. And Jad, like this thing was over. I was like 1 month in, and I just went out and I was like, I just remember thinking, am I gonna start all over and like just kind of try to like. I was brave now enough to literally go plein air paint every single day.
Oh wow!
And that was hard at first, but once I aligned with that, what I wanted, that painting is looking really cool. By the way, I just started doing that, and then I'd post those on Facebook and Instagram, and people wanted them, and so I was able to support myself through art.
That's super awesome.
That's always been a wild concept for me. It's always been pretty fun thinking that, because there's no guaranteed by myself I feel like oh, I'm not worried about it. But when you got kiddos, it's like you have to perform, you have to make beautiful work. And then I'm just being honest. Like that's not like all people like, you're so talented, it looks so fun, I wish I could. I'm like, man, like no, like it's hard. It's really hard to make beautiful work, you know. I like that thick paint you're putting on there, that you're just putting that in there, Jed, like those areas. It looks like some area in there is just kind of in the sunlight, and then in the foreground's in the shadow. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I really like that. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Nothing. I was just saying that front little area at the bottom right of that painting is a nice little subliminal just area to get into the painting, and it's like nice how it kind of encapsulates you into that. It's dark at the bottom and pushes you back into where you want the eye to go through that light in the background like that. It's really cool watching how you paint. Oh,
thanks, man. Well, I always tell people, if they look at a painting halfway through and they like it, I always say like, man, don't worry, I've got lots of time to mess this up. As you know, the thing is like,
cool.
Art, like some paintings start out like looking amazing, and then somewhere along the line, like you got, like if you're not careful, like you can lose it pretty easily. Or some paintings are a struggle from the beginning, but they actually, with the dedication of like, no, let's just keep going at this. Let's problem solve. Let's figure it out. And you can pull it out. So I always feel like I'm happy if a painting's looking good along the way, but I also know that you got to stay the course if you want to keep it looking good.
No kidding. You really do. And some, like, I go nuts sometimes. I'm like, why did I keep going? Because I'll have mine on video sometimes, and I'll look at that stage of the painting. And I'm like, it was looking really cool right there.
I know.
And but I suppose the idea is all right, so what? You know, like, can you, like, my mentor told me one time that, like, well, we're talking about this, and he's like, He's like, well, I don't believe you can take a painting too far. And when he said that, it really resonated. I'm like, you're right. Like, there's really no like bad decisions in it, you know, like just keep going.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's,
I agree with that. Actually, one of the best illustrations that I heard was from Amy Erickson when I was talking to her about this, and she said, I think it like a train, like you get on a train and you're going to a destination, and you get to that destination and it's like, dude, the painting is really good, but you don't get off the train, right? And it's like, oh no, you know, like for me, I always just think like if I was going from here to Portland, but I didn't get off in Portland, it would feel like I screwed up in a way, because Portland is a really cool place. I would have liked to have gone there, you know, whatever. But her point was like, you just can't get off when there's not a stop. You have to keep going, but there will be another good place to get out of the train, right? Like go to Eugene and it's going to be another cool place to visit. It's not Portland. It's going to be different. If you miss that one, you can go, you know, stay on the train and go to Reading, you know, like just keep going on it. There's going to be other places to get off, which is kind of what you're saying. It's like, we think that we blew it completely, but you know, you just have to keep working until it gets to the next destination.
And luckily, that's the metaphor for most things in life, I believe, right? Like sometimes giving myself permission to mess up and learn something new.
Yeah.
And that curiosity is just, it's easy to get stuck in trying to make things safe and good, but without that risk and without that curiosity that I might mess this up, because I really analyze that what's happening there. Like why am I, because then people won't like it. Or was there a little bit of damage done to this painting while I was blazing a new trail, while I was really, you know, experimenting with what this might do if I took this pine cone and I just something, you know, like what if I use this rock for a stroke and I just dug into I made a telephone pole with just I assaulted my canvas with a palette knife or something.
Yeah.
These things happen quick. And like Amy said, it's like, and then you get sometimes when it's time to be done, I suppose like, it's like, well, the next stop's coming and it's time to get off. But we don't want to, because it's just so fun still. But it can happen very,
yeah.
But it can happen very quick, right? It's like like your painting is looking good.
Yeah.
Right now. And if something were to happen, like if you were to just stop right now,
yeah,
there would be a little bit of energy to it that like you need to do it a little more, right?
Yeah.
We all need to do it and we know what it needs. And it's just such a good.
I know what you're saying. And that's like one of the big questions that people always have is, you know, like when do you know you're done with the painting, right? I mean, totally you know, big thing.
Monet set us up with this. He said they're only abandoned, you know, they're never finished.
Oh, yeah. That's a good quote. I think I've heard that before.
How fun is that part right there that you're doing?
Yeah, man.
Carving
negative
out.
Painting. I know.
Yeah. So
I love this.
Look at how masterfully you just do those little. That is fun.
Yeah. Well,
that is really cool.
It's one of the first things that I noticed looking at some artwork in a gallery long ago when I had never really painted besides in watercolor, and I was like, how are they making it look like this? And I realized it was because they were painting the sky after the trees, and I was like, dude, that's so cool. I got to figure out how to do that. But hey,
All right.
I wanna talk to you about, because you just said something when you were starting with your family, like you know, like you had a son and a daughter, and you're like, man, I'm gonna take this risk. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna try, you know, to be a full-time artist here. That's obviously like a really courageous step and a, you know, like a big thing. Is that like, what does it look like? What does courage look like for you in art? Because there's courage in the actual process of painting, and then there's kind of the bigger picture courage too that you've already alluded to and talked about. But how important is it, and what does courage look like for you as an artist?
You have no mercy, Jed. I thought you were a nice guy, but you're asking me this really hard question, man. I'm just kidding. Like, that's a really tough one. So I'm gonna be honest, okay? The unfulfilled potential, choosing a selfish profession and not being a dad for my kids that I can support, like maybe like their friends. They want to go on this trip with it and like not being able to afford that. And that's just the honest truth. Like, just once that little pair of eyeballs down there starts looking up at you and like you're a dad now, it's like like in the Marines, I was ready to go like on adventure and just like do me and like, you know, like be proud of my service and just go deploy to Iraq, Afghanistan, have fun. When I had kids, it's like I want to build something that's I want to make sure I'm providing for them so they're proud of me and they feel safe and like we're not starving artists, because I've seen what that looks like. Both my parents were artists. Luckily they were very good, you know, we did okay, you know, but we weren't like, I saw what it's like. And I'm not saying like some can do very good, but it's just, if you're even if a good artist and you don't have little things down, it's just the whole thing just kind of doesn't work, you know, and you just got to work very hard. Where was I going with this? So that's a fear. All right. And so am I on point? Am I still talking about the right stuff?
Yeah, right? Because I basically asked you about what does courage look like and how important is courage in art.
All right. So, and so that's where it is. And so I've had to dissect that, and I'm telling you what that is right now. That's not unique to me. That's not special to me. Like that's just like what a symptom of what we all have. And that's just fear. And I have to remind myself that I am literally waking up in the morning alive with like in this game where I get to be like, I get to go be brave and like try to like make the best artwork possible and like win a ribbon. And you're worried about being like embarrassed, Ryan? You're worried about like, that has nothing to do with it's this voice. It's my conscience. It's like, it's seriously, it's like the authentic voice of God. It's like to sound like, bro, I gave you this gift and you're going to like, okay, you've been working hard, but like, you're going to spend time worrying about your trust in me. Like, I'm not going to provide for you. Like you can't trust what I got going on. I have miracles coming all the way down the pipe for you that you can't even see.
Yeah.
So I get out of my own little selfish fear, doubt, worry. I take that and I'm like, I'm going to use this fear now. I'm going to put it into this tank and turn it into like gas for my fire. I'm trying to figure out without that fear, how productive would I be? Right.
Yeah.
I've had, so because then I've had success and I'm like, well, how hungry am I after the success? So I kind of maybe slow down a little bit. So if you use that fear, it's like, oh no, this is a fun game where I'm allowed to, and no one's trying to get me. No one's coming after me with this game like they were in the Marines. Like nothing's like that here as an artist. So it's just a different mental game, and I'm just kind of just breaking down all the, because I know what we're all really. It's fun. It's great. When it's your full-time thing, there's pressure, and that pressure is just and then the pressure gets relieved. It's nice when someone buys the work. When they buy the work, you realize that, okay, I have a business here. I can keep going forward. And then my kids are okay. And that feeling right there is that I did that. I wouldn't found that scene. I wouldn't found that one tree and the way the light was coming through that tree. And like, I stopped and I saw that and I painted that and it wasn't good enough. I looked at it the next day. Whatever. It's kind of cool. I think now I've taken my eyes off it for a little bit.
Yeah.
And that is a ball. That's scary and it's fun. It can be a little bit like lonely as an artist sometimes, sitting in the studio. Like, I'm in my head, man. I'm in my vision. I think artists like you have figured that out. You're not lonely, man. You brought a community together. You know, you're enriching people's lives with valuable content and providing the number one gift, which is inspiration. I realized that inspiration, like once you have something, it's just it has to pass through us into other people. Look what you're doing, dude. This is inspiring me. This is so great. I love those little areas of. I just love what you've done with that. I love that the little orange flowers on the far right of the canvas out there in the background. They kind of keep you in. Imagine that space with without those little flowers right there in that spot. You'd slide out of the painting like a pinball, right? But those keep you right in there, nice. So nice, Jed.
Well,
I was going to try to ask you to carve like King Kong into the background with those trees.
You know what that would remind me of, bro, is I just remember at the plein air convention when we both were doing the plein air wars. Do you remember that year in Santa Fe? Sure, and I just was like thinking, because I swear that somebody made me paint a gorilla in my thing, or an alien or something. I don't remember, but they give you. I think that was in my subconscious mind still. That was in there. I remember that. Yeah. And then he had to do it with like I think it was paint with a spatula or something. It was like some object that I had to use. Don't remember. I don't know. I don't remember what you had to do in yours, but that was a good time. Lots of.
So that what's the plan for this piece? Is this a study, or is this what do you do with these?
What you gonna do with it?
Yeah.
What I've been doing with these is every day after the show, I just like pop it on my website as a demo. Yeah, so cool. I just work on it for the time that I'm here, and then throw it on the website for a little while. If it sells within a couple days, then I sell it. If it's not going to sell within a couple days, I'll just take it down or turn it into potentially turn it into a bigger painting or a different painting, or just sand it down and paint over it, because these are all on panels. So I just can go, sand it right down, get it down to nothing, gesso it again, and paint over. That's my new thing that I realized like a couple weeks ago. I'm like, man, I never need to worry about this anymore. Like if I don't like a painting, all I'm going to do is just take my sander to it and get it back to the original. But that's what I'm doing with these. Okay, another question for you, dude. So if you are thinking about man, there's so many of these questions you've already answered, because like there's this one, can you think of a time when you had to choose between comfort and courage in your art? And I'm like, oh man, nah, that's what you're just talking about, dude. Like in a way, you just said every time you get comfortable, it's not necessarily pushing you in the way that you want to be pushed, right?
Yeah, no, it's just very simple. It's in art and how it relates to like courage, and it's just the same thing for everything. It's like are you willing to take a risk? To take a risk, it takes either stupidity or bravery, right? Which one is it while you're taking the risk? It's only bravery if, you know, like the risk pays off. It's stupidity if it doesn't, right?
Yeah, that's the way it will be judged sometimes.
So right before you start making these risks in your painting, I'm telling you, it's like a psychological thing with some people that can't do it. And I'm here to remind you, it's just a painting. No one's coming after you. No one has to see it. Like experiment and get a little frustrated. Okay, it's not working. Let's take an action to try something different. I'm talking to myself right now. Like this is what I do with myself. Sometimes it doesn't work, but I make a decision to make this painting work. I'm gonna take the painting, I'm gonna turn it upside down. I'm gonna paint something over the top of it, and now I'm painting over like a toothy texture. And then I'm just gonna make this painting work. And then it doesn't work. Okay, I'm like, ugh. I hate this thing. It's not good, right? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let them decide now, because I gave my all. I pushed myself. And I'm just going to share it, what they think. And like Andy Warhol said this. He's like, don't worry about making great art. Just worry about making art and show them the art while they're deciding if it's good or not. I'm already out painting, right? And that right there, taking risks. As far as what's a risk, Ryan? What is that? What's a risk? Okay, a risk is this painting is looking a little bit safe. All right, this is for me and my style. It's looking a little bit safe. I don't know what to do. It's looking a little stiff. It's like kind of like I wanted to catch the action. I wanted to like my unique impressionism. There's no like real handbook for that anywhere. It's nothing. And this is what it is. It should be for everybody, right? It's like the way you see and interpret and lay down paint in a way where in art, like it's impressionism. And it's like the closest thing to realism. I think it's like, because no, that's real. That was someone throwing on the paint, like, you know, really working from something true, which is light in front of you. And if you can do that well, when someone looks at the painting years from they'll feel that light. They'll feel why I see that, you know, it makes me feel, because it's got the harmonies. Where was I going with this? The willingness to go do that is just a risk. Okay. It's just like, it's like, I'm talking if you want those results that you want, that deep calling inside of us that says, I want to go do this, and you know, and I want to go get validated for my efforts, because I want people to like the work and buy it and want to own it in their home. That is more exciting than for me, doing a beautiful painting and just like to know that I can do a beautiful painting. No, it's just, to see how some people react to the work. They love it. They're proud of it. They hang it in their home. It's just the best feeling. And I'm not to like, it's like, I know this because when I saw my dad's work, when he was like, there were some paintings he had that were very kind of loose, but I saw the way like you could just like simplify and interpret light, just like you're doing in that painting, and how wonderful of an experience that is. Like for someone who hasn't had to do all the work that you had to do that and they just see it for the first time and they're like, wow. They're like, I love that. And where does that come from? You know, where does this desire to go create something? Because I think that's what we started on. Does art matter? Yeah. And I think if you do that, then it does. I think if you truly want to make art matter, then put it all on there, exhaust all efforts to make the best art possible, and then let your conscience guide you on what kind of vision you want to do. And this might take some work. And that's why they call it art work, because maybe what am I doing? Like lately I've been like, well, what am I doing? I'm just like copying and pasting something that's in front of me to just like make another plein air painting. What am I doing? Like why am I painting this landscape? What's the point here? You know? And so when those feelings creep in, it's not important that I understand that. It's like, I need to go do that. And like, I need to answer that call, because when I do that, not only am I going to be able to afford to go to Costco with the kids, but like people's lives are going to be enriched by this work. And there's like, they love it. Some people love the work. Some people don't like it. Some people say that, oh, I think that I like your old style, or oh, like I love the new style. Like, who knows what they like? Like, you know.
I love what you said, though. Maybe it was Andy Warhol who said it, but you said it here, and it was that don't worry about, like, basically it's like don't worry about the end so much about what other people are going to, if they're going to say it's great or it's not great or whatever. Like by the time they're looking at the work, I'm already going to be out doing another piece. Like that to me is Correct. So liberating and freeing and just cool to think like, you know what? I'm an artist and I'm just creating artwork. I'm not here to review the judges, you know, like, and get all worked up about criticism or, you know, I think it was Georgia O'Keeffe, maybe it was another quote I remember. She said something like, whether it's criticism or flattery, it goes to the same place. Like basically it doesn't really matter. You know, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because this is what my calling is. This is what my personality is. This is who I'm, you know, going to be and who I'm intending to be. And this is like the path that I've chosen. And I think that that's super important because, man, all the way through, like we haven't really talked about this part of it, but you kind of alluded to it at one point. You were saying something about, I don't remember exactly what it was, but it made me think of if you're trying to figure out what somebody else will like, you're already like failing. You know, like there's no win in that situation because you won't ever please everybody out there. You know, there's going to be people that love your work, but there's also going to be people who don't like your work. And so if you're trying to figure out what you can do to make them, you know, like what is somebody going to buy? What is somebody going to want? You know, it's like, it's starting from the wrong place. And I really appreciated how you said that.
Yeah. The world doesn't need another artist replicate. They just need a unique new surprise and a unique new voice. And honestly, that voice should offend people in some way. Some people should get offended. Some people should love it. Okay. Like get a hater, I'd say. Talking to get someone who might disagree with exactly what you're saying and like let you know, like, you know, like, or like, yeah. Or your style. like Monet is an example of this. Okay. His painting, right? His painting was merely an impression. Monet made a hater. What turned into that hater's comment? Impressionism. Okay. Like it's okay to go against, and so if you're copying someone else's and you're watching someone else's, okay, I'm gonna revert back to the front of what I talked about, and that is go out from life, because it's, well, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I don't know. Because we're getting influenced all the time, especially on our phones. Through just, I had to stop following artists, bro. I'm not kidding. This is really hard to do, but you just got to go in solitude for a little while. Like lock yourself in the studio, which like I'm doing right now on a project. But and then right when it comes to you, right, that thing that excites you, that excitement activates a toolbox within us. I've heard this before. It's like it's our excitement toolbox. If the excitement toolbox is not activated, it's like it all doesn't work. Okay, but when you're excited, when I'm excited about something, I mean truly, like I got a burning to go do this, and I'm like, where does that come from? And that's the calling. That's what I see. Like, well, I just got to do my part and show up and do this, and like not. I mean, I'm gonna let go of outcomes, and I'm gonna try to do the best work possible. I'm gonna sign a little contract with myself, metaphorically, and like I'm just gonna go like, and then I'm gonna show other people and let them decide. And that's the fun part, you know. I feel like it's almost a little bit narcissistic, and kind of you can't care what people think about it. No, you gotta care a great deal, actually, what people think, you know, like, but, and if you do care, you're going to give them a surprise. You're going to surprise them and give them the permission to have an opinion about it. And that's what's so fun.
Yeah, man. Now this is so cool. So I want to ask you this. We're almost out of time, but what advice? No, this is what I'd like to ask. If your younger self could hear one thing from you now, what would it be? If you were talking to your younger self, say 8 years ago, at the beginning of your journey, 9 years ago, whatever it was, what would you say?
I don't want. There's like corny stuff. I'm like, it's coming to my mind. I'm trying to like not say anything that's gonna, you know. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What would I say to myself? It's kind of what I'm saying to myself now. So you dive on good questions, Jed, because instead of like, what would I do? I'm instead going to like listen to my future self talking to me now. And I mean, there's like a bad word in it. I don't want to say it, but it's just like, don't, you know, like just be brave. Like don't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like, because bro, by the time you get to where I am now, like, I'm going to at least want to know that who I'm riding with here, it just went for it, went all in, because that's what it's going to take. And whatever you decide. Did you decide to paint, Ryan? Yeah. Well, let's go all in, and let's make a YouTube channel where we can just have these stories that document our journey, right? While you learn how to make a video that doesn't make people's ears bleed and keeps them entertained, you know, and like inspired. Yeah. I've been inspired greatly by people, and like, it's just, that's when I'm in my flow, when I'm just creating. I have a Black Friday event coming up.
Talk about it.
If anyone in here would love to like join me in the studio virtually, I'm like right after this, I'm gonna set up my studio. Like it's all, you can't see the paintings right now. I'm doing a full-on inventory, and I'm thinking I'd like to create some artistic freedom for myself where I don't have to like I just want to go explore some new concepts, like crazy stuff, like just for a little while. And I don't want to do commissions. But I'm thinking about going as low as 50% off on some of these, even 75% off on like my really old stuff that it's more beneficial to go have it live in someone's home. I'll be honest, what I'm really going for is just a mass sale where I sell a bunch pretty quick and then I close it. And then, so if anyone in here, you want the work, I would love to ship it straight to your door. And I really appreciate you having me on, Jed. This has been
yeah, bro. Dude,
eye-opening, man. And this has been introspection. Fun. When you got to ask someone those questions, you could have asked me like some easier stuff. I'm just kidding.
Oh man, you're funny. You're funny. Oh, whoops. I'm sorry, guys. I like totally messed up the view for a while there. I wasn't showing the painting or anything, but hey, RyanJensenArtwork.com. Make sure you connect with him. Make sure you go to his Instagram, follow him on YouTube, do all of it, because Ryan is, you can tell, guys, you can tell by listening to him that he is a passionate guy and he's an authentic guy. And I think, you know, any chance that I get to hang around Ryan or listen to him, I know that he's going to shoot straight with me and he's going to really just be, he's a true friend and he's a true, like he's the kind of person that you can count on and that you would want to have in your corner. And I would just go follow him, go attach yourself to him in any of those avenues, and you're going to be better because of it. I just appreciate you so much, Ryan, and I hope that you get a lot of new followers and stuff like that out of this, because it means a lot to me. I look forward to doing more stuff with you, and I totally love your YouTube channel. Yeah, this is going to be on replay, guys. If you do have a question specifically for Ryan or anything like that, oh, look at this. Janet says, your videos are stellar. Your positive energy is so inspirational. I'm there, man. Hey, it's, yeah.
That means the world to me. Like, I learned a new skill, you guys. Making videos was one of the hardest things. I'm not kidding. Like, I've learned, and I sat right here at my house just learning. So just to know that they have touched you, like it inspired you to just go out there and paint. Like, I've done my job, and like your comments mean the world to me, because I'm not going to stop. I have to keep going, you know? So thank you. You guys are all like welcome to hit me up anytime. And with any questions, I have my artists I go to, and I'm like, I have a question with this. And then I'm like, well, I don't want to bug them. You can bug me, you guys. I don't care. I love talking art with all y'all. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, for real, for real. I found you on YouTube. Good. New to your channel, Ryan. Love your work and your humor. Yeah, man. It's like, I gotta say, dude, I was telling you that the other day. Wait, where's this? But oh my goodness, it was so funny. I watched we were talking the other day. I was like, hey man, you want to do a conversation with me on one of the days this week? And he said, hey, check out my new video. So I started watching it. I was like just a couple minutes in, and I sent him a text, dude. I'm like, dude, this is so good. I am already like dying inside, because there's a few parts that are just so dang funny. And then I watched the whole thing, and I wrote him, or I called him, because I go, bro, like that video was so good, man. I don't have really anything to suggest to you. Like, I mean, I would love to make a video that good. That's what it comes down to. So anyways, you guys will definitely love following Ryan there and watching those, because they're a blast.
That means a lot coming from you, Jed. This is so cool. Like being on your show, like really inspired me. And thank you, Ryan, for the transparency. Yeah, I feel like I dropped my soul on this table. Honestly, like we're all scared artists, you know, like we all are. It's okay, you know, to straight up use the fear.
Yeah,
what was I gonna say?
Sure.
I thought I was gonna say something highly intelligent for a change. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say keep those brushes wet. So something I've been thinking about lately is just like because the resistance has me pretty good. It's hard for me to go from my editing brain, making content, to like really in the lane of my art. What have you learned about when making videos? I just want to paint, but I know making videos is part of getting myself out there. When making videos, what have I learned about when making videos? That's a great question. I've learned that audience retention. Okay, what really excites me is, so this is just on the front end. What really excites me is this. Oh, like is that intrinsically interesting enough so I have to click on it? And at that point, what's the next thing? It's like, am I here to teach you about painting, or am I here to inspire you to go paint and show you like an honest take on what I do? What I've learned about making videos, it's exactly like a painting. Okay, there's 4 types of edges in a painting, which is hard, soft, lost, and broken edges in a painting. And there's those same edges in film and video. And it's like there's hard edges between the edits, soft edges that take you all the way to the back of the video. It's just like that. And there's all the other principles that are contrast. And if it's not funny, like it's like I don't know. But just like complementary colors, there need to be complementary moods. Like I have to bring people through a little bit of suspense and then drop them off at Funny Town. But then like we have to seriously take this seriously and get them to Inspiration Town. And then we have to be honest in Sad Town because they didn't do good. You know, all that stuff comes up.
Ryan, man, like the way that you're explaining that is so good because I've never heard anybody talk about video like painting. But it's so cool because you're basically taking something that you already know really well in painting, edges, transitions, you know, like these things that move you throughout the painting. And then you're just going like, okay, I need to do that with this form of art as well. And I think it's beautiful, bro. Like you are one of one, man. And I seriously, it's like super awesome. Hey, I see a question here. Look at this. What inspires your Santa paintings?
What inspires my Santa paintings? Okay, I'm just gonna admit it. I'm a Christmas Scrooge a little bit, and so sometimes I need to jump. Like, I just can go into like, I don't want to. So this wasn't always the case. The military kind of did that to me. Now I'm like, okay, I got one life to live, and Christmas is amazing. What am I doing? So I literally like started like just doing Christmas motif still lifes, and like in order to do that, I had to like decorate my whole house. I got the pine cones at Safeway that have the cinnamon on them that smell good. Like I got, and now Christmas is a big deal. And I started doing this a couple years ago. It's like a few years ago, and people respond. I love giving away my Santa paintings, or not giving them away, selling them, but and knowing that they stay up on people's walls all year long.
That is awesome.
Ryan is so fearless when painting. So here's thank you for that comment. Ryan is so fearless when he is painting, and I make it look that way, but I am just as we're all the same. I just maybe I'm willing to take those risks. I love hearing from your inner soul about your journey. Thank you. I'm glad it touched you. This community really helps me feel less alone. Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Well, Ryan, walk us through a painting in the near future. I feel inspired to get a big canvas. Oh yeah, man, for real. Yeah, no, we're gonna be. I'm talking with Ryan right now. I feel like Ryan has just like so much to offer And
big canvas. Let's talk about that. So inspired. Sorry to interrupt, Ryan. Will you walk us through a painting in the near future? Here's the deal with I would, and what I would tell you, we might do that, but right now I want to give you this. So if you're struggling like me, right, with your artwork, you're always struggling because you always want to get better, right? You're always struggling. Like, never get happy with your work, right? But if you want to get like looser or just more expressive, if you want to be an abstract expressionist and photorealism at the same time, if you know what I mean, like if you want to like go paint big and then you won't have to think about what to do anymore, you're just gonna be, I got to get paint on here, and you're gonna have to go get one of those huge brushes, and then you're gonna have to stand back and hate it, and then you have to do something with it because it's a big thing. You have to have storage problem. And it's just a new style will show up in the early phases of this painting is what I'm trying to say. It's going to show up and it's going to surprise you. It's going to drip. It's got to drip. You got to get it wet to get all that painting on there. Next question. This is cool. Ryan's videos are a trip inside of his mind. They totally are, dude. They totally are. He's so open about how he's feeling every step of the way. Yeah, he's completely vulnerable, open, and but like sometimes like I get an idea of putting like it's just not like at all related to the painting, right? And that is one of my little gifts for the world. I have to share it with you. And like sometimes there's certain people where it doesn't hit. It's like, what did you just do? Yeah. Some people get it, you know. What do you do about shifting light when you are plein air painting? Shifting light. So that's a great question. And did you have to work on muscle memory to take a photo to remember? Yeah. So that's a great question. How do you don't paint the light where it is, right? And don't be a light chaser, be a light ambusher. So don't chase the light, ambush the light. This get to know a scene straight up. Like if you want to know an area, go to that area and paint there a couple times per week under a certain light and a certain time of year, and just do a little series. Monet did series there, and then eventually you can step back. I kind of know what the light's doing now. You know, I get the concept of what that I get the story here of this type of light, and like that happens through repetition in one spot. Shifting light is a big one. Ambush it and go back the next day. That's what I say to that one. Oh, thank you for wishing me happy Veterans Day. I appreciate it. I went right down here. We had a big, nice ceremony downtown with the kids. It was fun.
Here's another one. Can you talk about why you use a mirror behind to help you with your painting?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. It broke, actually. It's broken right over here. So that's a great question. Also, you guys have great questions. So the mirror is for when I start getting mentally fatigued with what I'm doing. I can be like, all right, I need to like take my eyes off this for a second and actually like distance myself as far away from this painting as I can. And I'm going to actually do that by shifting its orientation. So I'm going to shift it to the reverse image, and I'm going to do that very quickly. This is a very quick phenomenon that happens. I'm going to look over here. I'm going to look at the painting. I'm like, ooh, this area up here of the painting is catching my eye. Or I didn't even do the sky yet. You know, like you're going to get a new look when you look at it in reverse. I highly recommend it, even out on location, little pocket camera. Just, I have a piece of sandwich still in my mustache. Oh, it helps.
Somebody says that's exactly true. I don't know what she was referring to exactly, but she says my first large canvas venture was life-changing and so dang fun.
Good.
Yeah. Well, you guys, it is time to say bye. But again, I want to say thanks to Ryan for being here. Thank you, brother. And everybody, thank you for showing up and being here and encouraging us. I'll probably get in trouble if I don't do this just a tiny bit here. So let me just mention this really quickly, that we do have our miniature challenge sale coming up on November 28th. So what you need to do is you need to go to Ryan's site, pick out what painting you want, and wait for Black Friday. And you need to go to miniaturechallenge.com and figure out which challenge you want to do in 2026. And on that day, you don't want to miss it because it's a one-day best sale of the year and the best sales since 2022 that we've had. It's going to be a good sale after that, but that one day will be the best. So anyways,
thank you, Jed. I will say, if anyone wants to sign up for my email newsletter, that's where you're going to get my stuff. So that's the best place you can go for me. Let me know who you are. I will put you on the early list when I dish out the link. If there is someone in here very serious, that's what I would like. And then just RSVP, contact the artist in my website. And then I will know who you are. I have about 15 people that I have on this list. I'm going to send out the link at the same time. I just wanted to make that clear. Go to the email in my website, ryanjensenartwork.com, and message me there. I don't want to be a salesman, but I just wanted to give you the clear cut. And that's how I'm going to run it. Morning of the 28th, I'm dishing the link. And then I'm going to take it down in a couple days.
Look, go support Ryan. He's a real dude who's trying to do his best for his family, for the world. And he is, man. I just appreciate this so much. I will unabashedly say go to Ryan's site. Make sure you sign up for his newsletter, and then go there on Black Friday and get a screaming deal, man.
It's so fun. It's so fun. Like I have to organize all of these. I'm gonna make this so like I do this sometimes. I do these big sales sometimes, and it's just so fun. This is your chance to get it. Thank you, Jed, for helping me like talk to these amazing people about it.
You guys, we love you. We believe in you. We will see you guys next time. Adios.
Bye, guys.